So in this video, I wanted to quickly look at a pretty cool pen that not everyone has probably seen before. And that's this. It's called the Linc Pentonic. So Linc, that's Linc, that you see right there. This is an Indian pen company, and they're good size. It's a good size company. It's not a small company. It's been around since 1976, so they're not new by any stretch of the imagination. And they really specialize in sort of ultra affordable pens for the Indian market. One of their latest offerings is this one called the Pentonic, and this was released in 2019 from what I could tell. And it's a affordable but very cool looking ballpoint pen. The price in India, from what I could gather, is somewhere around 10 rupees, so like 14 cents per pen. But here in the US, they're not easy to find, but you can find them on Amazon and other places if you hunt. For like a 12 pack would be about $5-6 shipped. So the pen caught my attention, which is actually in my eyes very cool looking. It's like very slim, very sleek. It's kind of a pointy looking ballpoint. So when you take the cap off, it looks a little bit like a Bic, and then with a sort of not quite a needle point, but a almost a needle point. But cap on, I think it's just a really great looking pen. It's clearly an office pen. It's clearly not like high style, but I like the minimalist design. You can see it has the little logo on the back. This piece doesn't come out or anything like that. The pen is not refillable, but has the logo, which is very cool with a contrasting color. It's I would say a matte blue, but it's kind of a satin finish. It's not fully matte because it is a hard plastic. It says Pentonic right there, and it's hard to make out because the Pentonic is actually written in silver, so it doesn't come out well in the lighting, but you could see it better in person. And the cap, again, very simple, just a slip-on plastic cap, has that Linc logo appears at the top again. Again, this doesn't do anything, it just looks cool. And it just is a friction fit. It doesn't snap on. It goes on and it just gets tighter and tighter, and then it stops. So it's a friction fit. It's fine. Nothing fancy. The pen is basically as stripped down as a pen could be, but I think the company did a really nice job at making it, refined looking, but also very simple. And it's sort of a competitor to like a Papermate or a Bic, not really a Bic Crystal, but like the really ultra cheap Bics. As far as the writing tip goes, again, it's a little pointy, which I don't think looks great, but functionally, it actually works quite well. The tip here, it looks like it should come off, right? The way a Bic, you could kind of pull it off, but I haven't really been able to get one of these off, and I haven't really wanted to destroy one of them. But there you go. It is just a sort of standard looking Bic type refill. This refill would be called like I think a B1 if you ever needed to replace it, but I haven't been able to find these for sale as replacements. Looking at it, it says Linc 09, I think that says 0919 India. These, like I said, these are made in India. It's a really standard looking old school ballpoint, skinny refill. And again, I haven't seen these for sale, and I've not even been able to take these apart successfully on a lot of the pens. They're on there really well. But technically, is it refillable? Yeah, but is it actually refillable? If you can't find the refills for sale, then realistically, not really. There's not much else to it. It's a light pen. It's slim. I guess it's pretty well balanced. Yeah, it's pretty well balanced. And that's really it. I think it might come in some other colors, although being an Indian market pen and me being in the US, I probably don't have access to the full breadth. I've looked online. I've heard it's sold in a 0.7 and a 1.0 millimeter. This is the 0.7. I haven't been able to find it in the 1.0, but I would love to try that. So I just wanted to get into some comparisons. These are sort of like what I had lying around that are also like affordable office type of ballpoints. So we have this is the Schneider Tops. This is kind of their cheap German pen. We have this is the Limex, which is a cool version, but the Boxy 100 is the same pen as this. This is the Limex, which has the Limex body. So it's like plastic free, which is awesome. But the Boxy 100 would be the plastic version of this. That would also be, selling for like real cheap. And then super affordable Bic, and I'm always blanking on the name of this one. I think it's the M10, and this is Bic's like cheapest pen. It's a old design too, but yeah, do a quick comparison. I will say the Link is on the long side for these, which is an interesting choice. It's not like prohibitively long. It is just a longer than normal pen. So if you're looking for that sort of thing, definitely that's good. So the Link is a traditional ballpoint pen, but it's pretty nice writer. Like I use it and I don't complain at all. So this is the Link. Again, that's the company, LINC, and it is the Pentonic. One word. And this is the 0.7 millimeter. I have not been able to find the 1.0 millimeter. And yeah, it is a standard ballpoint pen, but it's a nice writer. I've never had it skip. I've never had any sort of problems with it. This is one of those things where, you know, when you buy expensive pens, they actually start performing worse and worse relative to the literal cheapest pens you could find, which have, in many ways, the best and most reliable manufacturing that's available to pens. This is one of those pens. Like if you got through one of these whole pens, it would like a year of ink is in this thing probably, unless you're an extremely heavy writer. But yeah, really well behaved, no problems. You know, the ink is probably a little bit light, but that's more so that this is a skinny 0.7 millimeter ballpoint than it's actually a light ink. So here, this is the Link Pentonic. Now, let's do a quick sampling here. We have let's make sure these things are all fired up. So this is the Schneider Tops. This is definitely not as smooth as the Lynx. I could tell you that straight out, and the color is much lighter. So Schneider is a great company. They make a lot of great ink and really terrific refills, but they're kind of low-end type pen. I'm not sure what these go for, but is, I would say, definitively worse than the Pentonic. Although I think the Schneider is kind of very cool looking. I think this is tough to beat this sort of old school industrial vibe of this thing, and that's why I keep it around. The Limex and the Boxy 100, I have a real soft spot for these. I think the design is so weird and uncomfortable, but also like I love it, and the fact that they came out in this Limex material kind of really seals it for me. I think this is just like the coolest thing. But these are good writers. So here is the Limex it's from Mitsubishi Pencil, but you know, we know them as Uni. And this one's a little bit hard to compare, which it's a blue versus the black, but we'll just go with what we got. Again, this one's on the light side, and it has more drag to it than the Pentonic, but I think one's a solid writer. And this one has the side click, which is just so good. Anyway, I put that down for now. And then we have the Bic, which is the M10. And let's see if this one's going. Yep. And the Bics are thicker, even though I think this is also a 0.7 millimeter. Actually, no, I think this is a 1.0 millimeter, so it is thicker. But the Bic ballpoints tend to be thicker. So this is the Bic M10. And Bics have good ballpoint ink. It's kind of what the company is known for. It's a little thicker, so it writes nicer. More drag than the Link Tonic, so not as smooth and less of a glide, but this is, again, definitely a very good ballpoint. So, I mean, I guess my point in showing all these, even though they're not necessarily like an apples to apples type comparison, is out of all of them, I really do like writing with the Pentonic the most, which is, I guess to me, kind of a surprise, because when I think of like solid ballpoints, even in the entry-level market, like Link isn't a company that comes to mind. But I think they did a nice job with Pentonic, and it's probably a pen it's not like a pen that's gonna revolutionize everyone's writing, but if you're looking for kind of a mass market pen to, you know, keep in your kitchen or on your desk at work, and you know people are gonna walk away with them type situation, I think the Pentonic is actually a really good one to pick up instead of just buying, you know, a Papermate or a Bic or something like that, again, for the millionth time. You can get more exciting and buy one of these, but generally speaking, I think they're probably not as good as the Pentonics. I've really been enjoying it, and I was happy to stumble on it. Anyway, so that's the Link Pentonic. Thanks for watching.